May 22nd began like any other Sunday. People went to worship just like they usually did on Sunday. Many had a leisurely afternoon. For the Joplin High School graduating class, it wasn't a normal day, it was graduation day. They walked across the stage at Missouri Southern State University and they received their diplomas. That evening, people were sitting down for dinner. The graduates were leaving their celebration. Churches were preparing for evening services, and everything changed. In less than 20 minutes, 6 miles through the heart of Joplin was destroyed. Neighborhoods were unrecognizable. Trees were stripped of their bark. Structures that seemed permanent were torn apart. Lives were lost. But nearly as quickly, people began to respond. And within those first days, Week of Compassion was responding. Week of Compassion responded first through the caring presence and counsel of Brandon Gilvin, who was in Joplin within those first few days. But Week of Compassion is more than Brandon or Amy. Each of you who gives to Week of Compassion has been a partner in our recovery. When you give to Week of Compassion, you become the presence of God to people like us who have experienced disaster. So what are your Week of Compassion dollars doing here in Joplin? Well, the first checks that came in were solidarity grants. Both disciples' congregations here each received a gift to help with recovery. But more important than that, each individual and family within those congregations who was directly impacted by the tornado received a check that told them that their church cares. I sat in the living room of a 91-year-old whose house had torn apart around her, and I handed her a check from you. Tears filled her eyes, and she said, "I've always given to Week of Compassion. I never expected to get anything back." As a pastor, it was my privilege to go on your behalf and to share your gifts with the 40 families in our congregation whose homes were damaged or destroyed. Where else do your Week of Compassion dollars go? Well, here in Joplin, we are creating a mission station which will house volunteers. In fact, I'm standing here in this space that is being created right now. Week of Compassion made a generous gift, a gift that goes toward the effort of creating this space, helping us to meet code requirements in order that this place will be safe when you come and stay here. We are committed to working with people like you who come to Joplin in the future. Where else do your Week of Compassion dollars go? Well, already some of your gifts have been pooled with our Church World Service partners working toward recovery. Soon, a grant will be given to Joplin's Long-Term Recovery Committee to help meet the otherwise unmet needs of survivors. On behalf of the Joplin community, I say thank you for your generosity to Week of Compassion. As they say, sharing does bring joy. You have brought joy to us, and I am confident that your partnership with us in this recovery has brought joy to God.